All right. Nissan's saying we're live, so what is up, everybody? Yeah, welcome, everyone. We are doing all dungeons, restricted major glitches for A Link to the Past. I'm joined here by Humbugh, who is just here to hang out with me and talk a little bit about the game.
Good day.
I'm probably...
I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do this in British in a British accent. I'm sorry for everyone who got offended.
Well, hello there, everybody. Yeah, Humbugh is here to talk in Swedish for 5 minutes, I think. I'm not doing that.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Anyway.
A
little bit of preface for the category. All Dungeons Restricted Major Glitches is not as known as the main categories for Link to the Past, like NMG, No Major Glitches, is kind of the mainstay. Restricted Major Glitches is probably more, if anyone knows Ocarina of Time, for example, you have like the bug limit or the No Major Glitches there as well, glitchless. And then All Dungeons is more like the Medallion, Stones, and Trials category, where you can clip and glitch a little bit over the place, but you're still completing most of the game. So
actually playing the game.
But then in a little bit of a different order. It's a really cool category with lots of gameplay still. So it's not only glitches, but there's still a lot of like normal combat, normal movement, and it's a really cool mix of yeah, it's a cool middle ground. So yeah, without any further ado, I guess we're gonna be off. I guess I'll be giving a countdown.
Right? I can do the countdown, and I can do it in Swedish if you want to.
Okay, sure.
All right, we'll give Nissan that, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay, so 3, 2, 1, 0.
Let's go. All right.
Look of fun.
So, like any fabulous vanilla category, we start off with Zelda talking to us, and then actually already in Link's house we have the first piece of divergence where we're gonna grab the chest here. So we're gonna satisfy all the rando fans. Oh, yeah. Surprisingly, in this marathon, there's no Link to the Past rando, so I guess that's why we had to do this. Because otherwise, if chests go unopened, like from the start, then we'll get withdrawal syndrome.
Right, there isn't enough like rando on the internet anyway.
No, exactly.
No. So, Eri, we're just gonna do the normal escape, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No. It's pretty funny. The previous time when All Dungeons was popular was during the 2020 tournament, which was organized right after AGDQ, and there was a huge boom of All Dungeon speedruns. And even if you look at the leaderboards, you can see like a lot of runs or PBs that were submitted 4 years ago. And right after it was done, a new route was found. So originally you would do Escape Eastern, and then the real divergence would begin, where you would go to Pod. However, right now we are actually going to set up EG, and we're not going to use this in the Underworld, which actually is banned, but there is one application of Overworld EG, Exploration Glitch, that will help us escape the castle with Sword and Shield, which we would really like to have. So this is kind of a tricky setup.
It's convenient to actually be able to kill enemies in this game, so we do want the Sword and Shield early.
Yeah.
Then we will try to agitate people here.
Okay, well, we didn't get it, so we're gonna have to... I'm gonna have to do it again. Get out of the way. Yeah, this is kind of the tricky part at the start of the run. It's a very finicky setup.
He's trying to do here, as far as I know anyway, is he's trying to get hit by the guard on the same frame as he enters the door.
Yeah, or have
like the frame before, or whatever. Something along those lines.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure like what the specifics are, but what are we doing here? The guard's also not cooperating. Like, you want to be hit from right to left when the guard's going from the right to the left, so you get sent straight up into the door. And that allows you to get a long state. And that is what you need to be able to continue. So we're immediately getting the marathon RNG that we also
Marathon RMG,
that we also had in some previous runs during GoldenEye. There we go. So you see the like little jitter when you're walking into the castle, and now you see that Link has a very weird walking animation. So
This is weird.
yeah. So right now we're in long state.
And I am like contractually obligated to yell cheating. Now, I blame Scottish for that.
Yeah. All right. So
we get hit and then we walk.
Yeah. So now we're under the castle. So we can walk past these guards and then jump off the ledge, and we're back. Okay. So we're outside of the castle, but now we still need to actually get to Eastern. So for that, we're gonna do some actual clipping. And this is a pretty tight sequence of inputs.
Sword buffers here to end up inside of the rail so that we can get into the water and like land in the water on the same frame as the screen transition. That way we get over to the other side. Now we can do Eastern in the rain.
Yep. Just one last clip to actually get into Eastern a little bit faster. It is not too bad to just walk into Eastern because there's no enemies yet, because we're still in rain state.
Okay, so Eri, I know like the glitches in this game have normal sort of names in a way. Like we have Super Metroid where the glitches are just called insane stuff. Why is that called the citrus glitch?
Yeah.
Why is that a citrus? What does that have to do with a citrus?
So we already there is one very prevalent glitch finder in the community called Yuzuhara, and there is already a lot of things that are attributed to Yuzu, but Yuzuhara literally means citrus. So in that sense, it's citrus clip because it's just another way of saying a Yuzu clip.
Okay. Yuzu is like the Euler of ALTTPR for any mathematicians out there. Like glitches and stuff. It's all Yuzu.
Yeah. Yeah, Yuzu is actually the world record holder of this category as well, which uses an even different route. The start is a little bit different because you actually get a bottle to do some crazy stuff in pod. But it uses a glitch called basement clip, which is very involved and very not marathon safe.
Yeah, I believe the correct word to use is cursed.
Yes, cursed is pretty accurate.
Oh my, yuzu chili mayo with your ramen.
Oh. Okay, now I'm getting hungry. It's time for lunch.
Yeah. Time for lunch. Okay, we'll take a quick break, everyone.
Yeah. So luckily, once you're at Eastern, most of it is very similar to what you would usually see. You just grab the big key, you get some arrows, you get the bow, you finish the dungeon, and then we get our boots. And then everything is great because you actually get the boots earlier than you would in NMG. And that's where the actual gameplay starts. Okay, we didn't want to get hit there, but we're still fine.
We're still fine.
But yeah, we've already seen a couple glitches, but we're not really stopping anytime soon. There's only a couple sections in the run where it feels like the run is very similar to what we are used to. But after Eastern, we're gonna get our boots, and then we're actually gonna use those boots immediately as well, while we're still in rain state. That was a bit janky.
No, that was a bit janky, yes. Yes, boots are very important for glitches, especially when you want to do like major glitches. Which will be nice.
Little fancy armo skill for the fans.
For the fans. And for Yuzu.
Yeah, that's also called Yuzu Armos.
Yes.
Yuzu is also a very prolific tasser, so he uses that to find optimal strats and also glitches. So yeah.
Oh right, I should have said that. That's when we clap.
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, it's fine. We'll have plenty of times to clap.
We'll have plenty of time to clap. We have plenty of bosses to kill, since we are killing all of them. So yeah, we will be able to clap a lot.
Okay. So we're gonna grab some bombs here, because we're also gonna do some bomb clips. We actually need a lot of bombs in this category. And then, instead of saving quitting, which is allowed in here, by the way, it is one of those major glitches that we're allowed to use. We're actually going to run all the way over to where we would usually rescue Old Man. So this is where the big sequence breaking happens. Oops, didn't need to cancel it there. Aside from the fact that, you know, we've done Eastern before Escape.
Or getting out of rain state, yes.
Yeah. Enjoy the soothing rain that we'll be playing for the coming 8 minutes.
Yes.
But yeah, we don't have a glove yet, but where we are going, we don't need a glove. We are going to clip in here, screen transition, and then we're going to wrap the screen a little bit. And we are gonna enter Old Man Cave. Very normal.
From above, sort of, but also from below.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a lot of screen wrapping, and the intricacies of that I don't 100% know. Probably maybe could have asked someone to explain all these things to me while either I was learning or preparing for this. But in a way, the screen wraps and all the entrances and cliffs and stuff stay in the same place, but Link does move on the map, which we will be using later as well.
Yeah, like it's sort of a way, as far as I can tell, just a way for Link to move between layers of the game without actually like moving on to them.
Yeah. So here again, we are actually below, but the cave is still at the same place. Here we're gonna use a technique called walk to the pixel, where okay, there we go. We're going to clip.
Double kill.
Right now we clipped from Spectacle Rock Cave into Palace of Darkness, but we're still in cave state. So the game is a little bit confused and thinks that in cave state we have 255 keys, and we're going to use one of those to open this door and grab some extra bombs. So then we're actually going to load Palace of Darkness again by going out and in. And now
we are actually in pod.
Yeah, and with the fabulous pop music.
Oh, yes.
So opening that door saves us a lot of time having to not having to get an extra key. So we still grab this key, and then we're gonna go straight to the big key chest, which saves us like an extra loop. Because usually you would drop down into the basement here first, and then go to the big chest.
Yeah, usually in pod, like I say the normal pod route for the mere mortals, it involves 4 mirrors, but this just cuts off one of them, and
yeah,
that is just very important.
Yeah, and the way I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna try to save another mirror, and I'm gonna do a trick called hovering to hopefully get onto a ledge where the item of this dungeon is, the hammer, and then fall off so we can save a couple screen transitions. We'll see if it works. That's why I grabbed an extra heart to give it 2 attempts. Otherwise, I will just do the normal bomb jump. But it's cool, it's fabulous, and it's fast. So we're gonna give it a shot.
Cheating?
I'm too low. That's funny.
Oh, that was close.
Okay, well, never mind. We actually got it the first time, but then, yeah, I went into it too low.
Yeah, got a little bit too excited.
Yeah.
Walked up there slightly too early.
This still works out though.
Like it's having one heart now is soon gonna change.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't want to enter the boss of this dungeon on one heart only, but it's fine. There are heart pots.
Yeah. Just grab an extra heart to be safe as well. The boss does 2 hearts of damage, so it is actually a pretty dangerous fight. We also need a couple of extra arrows, so we hope that we get a drop here. We don't, so we'll just pick up these pots to be safe. Alright.
So, like, say you get say you get a perfect hover in here in 80 RMG. How much time does that save compared to not getting, like, not doing that at all and getting an extra key?
I think it's about 10, maybe a little bit more optimally even, because usually in NMG you would save like 5 or 6 because of you still need to grab a different key, but here it just is compared to mirroring out because you don't need to grab the key after in Dark Maze.
Right, you don't have to bomb the wall and you don't have to go into Dark Maze at all.
Yeah.
Turtles.
Okay. Could have been worse.
They're fine. They're fine. They're fine.
Alright.
Nice, key down.
Of course we get fireballs.
Of course.
It's a 50-50 chance, but marathon RNG, right? Yep.
And we get that.
Never worried. Okay.
Never worried.
Beautiful fight.
We clap. We clap. It was a good fight. Seeing the RNG, it was very well handled.
Yeah, no complaints.
Yeah.
Alright, so, of course, the big difference from Rando as well, we get lots of text boxes, so be sure to stay hydrated during the cutscenes, drink some water, call your parents.
Now?
Thank Nissan for putting up this amazing marathon. Thank you so much.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Huge shout out to Nissan. This is so fun. Like, just having this kind of an event going on a random weekend. I've looked forward to this for a very long time, actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is just so cool.
Moving on. After saving quit, obviously we just get put into Sank because why not? But we still need to save Zelda and get rid of this rain though. So that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna flip a little bit into this, have a nice jump, and then we're gonna screen transition here and walk over, enter right here, because that's where the door is, and now we're in Harbor Castle.
That's where the door is. I can't believe people didn't see that.
Yeah.
Wow.
But the best part, we're in Escape, we have boots, we have a hammer, it's just kind of like casual boots, but even better.
Kind of like casual boots, but even better. Alright, Gem, what are your thoughts about this? But yes, we actually get to use the boots in Escape. This one, and Escape has so many like trade hallways that you kind of want the boots for it.
Yeah. We still grab the boomerang because, well, it's useful.
It is.
We use it in a couple spots. And it actually helps with menuing as well. It's very underappreciated.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like the one. That's probably the bigger concern of the two that I've felt when going from like normal NMG any percent to Humbugh.
Yeah.
Where we don't get the blue boomerang. Like the menuing is just different and weirder.
It is.
I don't like it.
Alright, we saved Zelda. Now we're gonna save and quit. And you might think that you end up right there.
Exactly. But no.
No, we just end up here. But when you mirror, you do end up in Stank. And I don't know, it doesn't make sense. But that's how it works. There are some flags set, and that works. I'm sorry for the alert, Nissan, but I forgot.
Why are you holding the torch? Link. Oh, it's Link is cold from being out of the rain for too long.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, you need to dry up.
Yeah.
Exactly how it works.
All right, cool.
Yeah, it actually means that the shield is not drawn, which reduces lag. It's the little things.
It's the little thing.
Okay, now the world state is completely normal again, so we can do whatever we want. Look, the mountain has life. Now
Can we delete the life again, please? Because they are dead rocks, and I don't want them there.
So now we're in Hera. We wrap the screen and enter the loading zone of Hera. We're gonna make a slight detour here. So we were just in Escape, but we didn't go to Dark Cross to get that key, and we can use this key. So we're gonna quickly clip back in here and go to Dark Cross. Because we want an extra small key. Because again, after a little bit later, we're gonna leave Hera again while still being in Hera.
Yeah, so the thing is that Eri entered Hera like a minute ago, and the game thinks he's in Hera. But then he clipped into a room in Hyrule Castle to grab a key, but the game considers that key to be for Hera because he was in Hera when he got it.
Exactly.
So now he has 2 keys for Tower Hera when there are actually just 1 key for Tower Hera. But if we can get to another dungeon by entering Tower of Hera, we also have an extra key for that dungeon, which is what we're gonna use.
I kind of did a different strat than I was supposed to, but we're just gonna... Okay, I really wanted that health game. Nope. Okay, mandatory map check.
Yep.
Oh, we didn't get iPhones. Okay.
For being a room that you don't want to go to, like in random and whatnot, and people just find like a coffee break in random. Doing this optimally in a speedrun is ridiculously hard. I've tried. I can't do it. I don't know how Harry does it with that boomerang dash. A lot of people can do it. I cannot.
It is very tricky. Okay, we're fine.
We're fine.
Okay. So before I lit the torches, I used the lamp 3 times, and that sets a certain index that we're going to use later on to fake flipper, which basically lets us swim without the flippers, because we're overloading values in a way that skips the game checking whether or not we have them. Or rather, we're making an animation not appear, that when it ends, it checks if we have the flippers. So it just never checks if we have the flippers. Uh-oh, we're a bit high. That's fine. So we grabbed the Moon Pearl, which just allows us to be in the Dark World. And now we are gonna make our way to Swamp. Oh, that was almost okay. I'm a little worried about this mini molder. There we go.
Nice.
Just up left a little.
There we go.
Now we drain the water.
And again, we are still in Hera, technically, but we're also in Swamp. Like we're in rooms in Swamp, and whatever is in Swamp is here.
So there we off. Oh, we. Oh, I'm not sure if this is gonna work. Okay. This. We need to. Maybe it works now? No. Okay. We're having some slight issues here. Okay, this should work. Okay.
There we go. Nice.
Okay. Sometimes
Yeah.
you can actually soft lock there, and then you need to save and quit, and it's a huge hassle, but now it just took a little bit longer.
Nice. Did it. We clapped. We clapped. Chat. We clapped. That was the fake clipper.
Yeah. Because we're clipping while fake flipping.
Mm.
Smart.
Smart.
We don't finish just yet, because we can use the full health even better later. We're only on 2 hearts, which is not super comfortable. We're gonna be okay. We need a better way to get to the Dark World. We don't have a glove yet, so we don't have traditional Dark World access, and we're not gonna beat Aghanim just yet. But
It's gonna be a while.
But yeah, with overworld glitches, it's pretty easy to just clip our way down.
And
yeah,
we're even gonna like bypass the first blood entirely, right?
Yeah, we're
we
never.
don't even get that yet.
No, we're never gonna grab the first glove. Items
Yeah.
aren't progressive here. Can you please move? Thank you. This is probably the most dangerous part of the run, because you don't get a refill in between these sections, and because of the bomb jump and some other damage, it's very easy to just be on 1 or 2 hearts. And everything here just deals 1 or 2 hearts. So we need to be very careful. There's 1 heart on the way that we can pick up. Yeah, so lots happened in the past couple of minutes. So we saw a lot of like in-dungeon traversal. We were able to open the chest in Swamp because the game still thinks we were in Hera, and we did have the Hera big key. So we didn't actually need the Swamp big key in order to get the hookshot that way. And
So you're saying that we don't need to go to left side swamp at all?
yeah. Uh-oh.
Yes.
Was a little greedy. Oh, bad RNG as well. This is a fun room. Okay, we'll be fine.
Nice.
So if we die now, we will be fine. We just have to basically go back to this point. But after we are done with the dungeon, we do need to mirror once, because the game will think we are in the light world, because we haven't beat Aga yet. So then we need to mirror to put us back in the real dark world. Or it's like, yeah, because then we would be in the fake dark world somehow. And then if you would screen transition while in fake dark world, you would just go back to the light world. It's funky.
It would still have the palettes of dark world, right? But it would actually be light world.
Yeah.
Or am I wrong about that?
I think you're right, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very cool strat. Okay, I wasn't sure if he actually got hit. We were fine. Here we do need to be careful, because I think the jelly can just... I've never bonked there in my life.
Well, how did you bonk and not fall? What the heck?
Okay, we're gonna play it a little safe here. Get these hearts. Marathon strats.
Marathon strats.
Alright. So here, we're gonna grab our first set of gloves. Our only set of gloves. The Titan Smiths.
Yes.
So, like we were saying, items aren't progressive. So, we don't actually ever get the normal gloves. There's only one instance where we're ever going to use these gloves as well, which is great. Actually, 2 instances.
I think when we are using them.
Once for smiths, and once to get into the swamp portal.
Okay. Yeah, so we only lift a heavy rock.
Once. Yeah. So the meme in the community is that blind is a scripted fight. If you do the same thing, you'll always get the same results. No RNG involved, despite it being a very Toho-esque fight.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It goes from impossible to quote-unquote free. But yeah, as far as things that are not progressive goes, it also goes for swords. I know the game revolves around Master Sword. It's always in every Zelda game, get the Master Sword, get the Master Sword. We really need the Master Sword to beat Ganon. We never get the Master Sword in this category. We have this teeny plastic white little sword, and we're going to rescue a smith, and he's going to temper it for us. And
it will be a Master Sword, but it will be red.
Yeah. It's going to be twice as strong. But first, we need some more money. You would think it's for the sword, but because we rescue the smith is very agreeable and only needs 10 rupees for this really hard smithing job.
So we need the money for the flippers.
Yes.
So say, would there be a way to actually get to the boss of Swamp without the flippers?
Yes, but not...
I assume it's too slow for it to be worth it, but like, does there exist a way? I assume it does, since we played no logic and whatnot.
Yes, there is a way, but it's not RMG. It would be like with door glitches.
Ah, okay, yeah. All right, got it. Gotcha.
Yeah. So in the meantime, we also grabbed a book, which we would usually need very early on in the game to actually get into Desert Palace. We only needed to grab a medallion on top of Death Mountain later, but you can't skip it, because it is the only realistic way to get into Misery Mire. So right now, we give our sword. They also do a really fast job. As long as you leave the screen once and return, but enough time has passed. I never understood how this worked as a kid. It's just like, okay, let's run around for half an hour, or just stand still for half an hour, maybe it'll be done, and then it's not done. How does this work?
So you were just on that screen for half an hour and going back in and they were still not done?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I don't remember this specifically, but yeah. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
We do abuse it a bit, which is fun. Right, fence stash has been achieved.
Yep.
We can continue with the run.
Exactly. And now, some more money, then we're set for the rest of the run.
Oh, yes.
Alright, so on to our next dungeon, Skull Woods. It's not a fan favorite for a lot of people because of the hands that drop down. I also, as a kid, I was actually pretty scared of these hands. Even in Ocarina of Time in the Forest Temple, it's, I don't know, there's something creepy about it. Like getting picked up and then sent back. It's not very cool.
It's not cool at all. Oh, hey, arrows. Nice.
Yeah.
This will also be pretty much a glitchless dungeon, correct?
Yeah, so like the majority of like Feast Town and Skull Woods is very similar to how you would actually perform it in no major glitches. So this is kind of the boring part of the run. It's all very samey. There's no real way to break it without really breaking the game with major glitches. So we got the big key. We grab the item from the dungeon, the fire rod, which we need to actually beat the dungeon.
Bomb jump. We got the fire rod. We're out.
Now we make our way to the boss. So it's a little bit of backtracking, back and forth, but yeah, again, no good way to speed it up.
And I mean, these parts where it's like just specific movements and not tricks, like involved tricks, they, in my opinion anyway, they are still fun to do because optimizing these parts is a very prevalent part of speedrunning anyway.
Yeah, for sure. That's why it's such a cool middle ground, this category, because there's a lot of clipping, there's a lot of glitches, but it's also just a lot of actual gameplay that is challenging, that rewards reacting to RNG properly, all those things that I really like to see in the speedrun. But you cut out a lot of the overworld traversal that usually or sometimes isn't as interesting. So I need one more small key to get past this door. And then we face Mothula. It's always a good time when you get the hand in this room.
Oh yeah. And that strat that Eri used to kill the mummy in the previous room, where we... Nice.
It's 8 out of 10.
Where we slash him into the spike to do like double damage per slash is really cool. I like that strat.
Yeah, spikes also count as weapons in a way, and that's also why this fight is actually really hard casually, because Mothula is impervious to the damage from the spikes, but the damage will get overwritten if you slash Moth into the spikes, then your slash damage doesn't count because it gets overwritten by the spikes, so you do no damage.
Which is why if you get Gold Sword before beating Moth is unbeatable with a sword.
Yeah, unless you poke him.
Unless you poke him, yeah. But like, who in their right minds when they play this game for the first time would use their sword against Moth anyway? Yeah. Obviously, you use the item you got in the dungeon.
Exactly. All right.
Question to me: is it hot in my apartment as well? It's actually kind of cool in here. Not too bad. All right, where are we going?
We're going back to Hera. We're going to quickly beat it. We actually are able to use the hookshot right here to quickly go back up. Oops. No, we don't go back down. Anyway.
Sorry for laughing. There's just something about that silly mistake being funny. I don't know what it is, but you're just going down instead of up.
Yeah.
It is funny. I don't know why. It just happens. RNG manip. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
All right. In traditional modern fashion, sticks around on the right side. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Having Tempered Sword for this fight's actually really nice. Just a slash and a spin instead of like 6 hits.
No enraged phase at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we clap.
Yeah.
Yep. Good. Kantos reminds me. We clap. Good.
Then we use the hookshot to get the spin speed states. That's actually one of the minor glitches of the run that is also used in NMG. So it's actually it feels weird to explain how that works. But if you item dash while on stairs with the hookshot, you're able to get spin speed state. And we're gonna use that here as well to quickly clip. And now we are actually wrapping the screen for the purpose of using where Link actually is. And we're gonna do something called a super jump here. Gonna quickly go here, walk around, and then we dash down here. And we're gonna fall a lot. Now we're doing it again. And now we're basically at the bottom of the world. And when we screen transition, we actually end up at the bottom of the world. So we do it again, and we're in Mire. So there's, yeah. The screen is really weird, because we still have the Death Mountain palette, but the rain, yeah, it doesn't know how to render the rain, I think, that's going on right now. And we get a fancy little scroll while Mr. Mire opens. Look, there it is.
Look. Where are we, though? No idea.
Right in front. There we go.
We are in Misery Mire. So this dungeon is usually pretty scary in your normal speedrun of this game. In this one, you have, what, 3 or 2 fewer hearts than normally?
Yeah,
So
it's
that makes it even scarier.
yeah, you actually really don't want to take extra hits in this dungeon.
Yeah, no.
So all the fire snakes, you need to be a lot more careful of them. If you do get hit by one of the wrist ropes or one of the bomb slugs, you're in trouble, and you need to find a way to like preserve health elsewhere, because we do need to do some intentional damage boosts to get a key. So
Yeah, because there will be glitches performed in this dungeon.
no, actually, this is exactly like in NMG otherwise. Because we already got the hook shot in a different.
Oh yeah. I'm thinking of a different
Yeah. So in the old routes, you would grab the hookshot in this dungeon. So after you light the torches, the wall moves, which allows you to bomb clip from here to Hera, and then from Hera to Swamp. And because there are so many extra keys in this dungeon, it's very easy to just have a spare key.
Yeah.
The problem is that the way we do it in old route doesn't how we do it in new route doesn't work with old route, because you'd go through escape normally, so you don't have that extra key to use in Hera itself.
Yeah. Right. You can't use the spare key from Dark Cross.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, because we basically have everything here. It's just an old dungeon.
when you say old route, like what's the meaning of old in this case? Like, are we talking? Like the new the new route, was that after the RMG tourney of 2020?
Yeah, exactly.
It's 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah. So even new routes at this point, but it's kind of the same thing as KPDR and PRKD in Super Metroid. Like, some people still call them old route and new routes.
Yeah. Yep. Even though both of those are very old at this point.
Yeah.
And that's sort of a beautiful part about this, both this category of this game and like any percent of Super Metroid. You can choose a route, and they aren't that different in time, but they are. One of them is actually easier to perform than the other.
Yeah. I think it's mostly about the start in this run.
Yeah.
This is a lot more reset heavy because of like the long states and the early clips.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the you still have Beefstown and Mire as well, I guess. But glitch wise, I think old route was a little bit harder. This route, like, once you do get a run going, it's quite a bit more consistent.
Okay.
But there's still a lot of like different skill expression between the routes, and that's really fun to see.
Yeah.
Alright, this boss, more damage boost. This is why you actually need a minimum amount of health in order to do the fight normally. And there we have it. Clean.
Clap. Clap. But again, touching on that, like there are reasonable routes in this category where you grab the silvers before Helma, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And that doesn't lose you an insane amount of time.
No, there was actually
loses you like what? I don't know how much, but it's not that much.
It's less than half a minute, I'm pretty sure. There are probably more experienced runners in this category who can give more exact times, but I think there were even routes where grabbing silvers would have been faster, just because of how much it saves between a couple of bosses.
Yeah.
It would be a lot faster if you could actually go from fighter sword to gold sword as well.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Yo, nice gold.
Yo, actual gold.
Actual gold? Heck yes.
Nice to have a split that wasn't full of champs.
It's a marathon area.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, good.
now that we're in the area anyway, might as well finish Desert as well. It is all dungeons after all. This is just quick, grab big key, go to the boss. There's nothing else that we need in here. We do grab a couple of arrows on the way. Just because
so, Eri,
yeah.
Can you in detail explain how you will kill the boss of this dungeon?
Yes, so for almost everyone who plays or watches Link to the Past, the way that we kill Lanmo in this category is better. Wait a second. I tried. Humbugh. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, don't worry. You got the good RNG. I love it.
Yeah.
I applaud the try.
But however, we're going to use the fire rod for Lamos here because it is faster, it saves on arrows. And we are going to need arrows later for Ganon's Tower.
Yes. The reason why I asked, just to inform Chad, is that Clear Mouse, who is now in Chad as well, is a strong proponent of never using nothing else but wooden arrows on Landmark.
Yeah, and it is a really cool skill-intensive fight.
Oh yes.
But it's also impossible. It's pretty impossible.
It's interesting that you're the one to say that. Just saying. Since you get mad when you get 3 cycles.
Yeah, exactly. 3 cycles, that means the fight's impossible. Imagine not only getting 2 cycles.
Wow.
But yeah, this
nice.
Very nice. And we quickly menu to the bombs here, because the timer still runs for the pendant falling while you're in the menu. Yeah. So if you menu fast enough, you don't actually lose time with it. In a way, it's actually a little bit worse in this category, right? Because if you get a 2 cycle with Fire Rod, it feels a lot worse.
It's so annoying, yeah.
So this is a very dangerous section. We're not allowed to move right at all.
What happens if you do?
You get an infinite scroll. Because the game thinks you're still on the screen transition. So even if you take damage, you would just stand still, but it feels really, really dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're, let's say you walk slightly too close to the bomb, you get blasted to the right. Will that also count?
No, because any recoil from damage will just put you at the screen transition. That's how some people line up fake flipper as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So that does work. So you can take damage, but if something like a guard appears, then you panic, and then it's big shambles.
Yeah, big shambles.
Alright, so we're gonna backdoor our way into Turtle Rock here. And this is called a... Hello? What's that supposed to happen?
Yeah, don't try that at home, kids.
Alright, there we go. So, I cannot explain how this works technically, but it works, and now we're in Laser Bridge.
Yes.
We grab this key.
Oh, I love the setup for the laser skip right there. It's just fantastic. You mirror to Kane, and then you just walk left.
Yep. Yeah, there are so many clean setups for a lot of the tricks.
I love it. I love it.
Easiest room in the game, you just hold up.
Yep. And if you don't want to take damage, you just wait half a second.
Yeah. It's actually a way to get stuck in jail here with the chest if you blow up the block too early.
Don't do that. Getting out is tricky.
Yeah, for sure. So this whole trip is just to get the big key.
Do we do front door our way into any dungeons?
Into Feast Town? Yeah.
Yes, but you do make a good point, because you do. I mean, it's glitched. It's a glitched category for a reason, I guess.
Yeah, very true. But yeah, it is pretty true how we actually just kind of sequence break our way into every dungeon.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Alright, so the beautiful part is, once we get the big key, we just get to mirror back. And then we can go straight to the boss.
Yeah, it's just so good to just traverse this from back to forward, back to the middle, not even to the front, just to the middle. And then you just go to the boss.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Alright, cool setup here to hit the switch with one block,
Oh, yeah.
throw pots, and make our way through. Lots of swag. Ugh, we do want that magic. Some more swag coming up. There's a really cool way to do this boss fight. Very nice.
Yes. So the reason that you did that was that it's first of all faster, like in the fight, you actually get to the explosions faster. But you also
Save magic.
well, you save magic. Will that even matter here since you are down health?
No, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't
This
matter.
really was just mostly swag,
Yeah, kind of.
but it's important
You're-
because it's a marathon run.
Right, you are allowed. But like in NMG, like you can get here on full health.
Yeah.
Hopefully you do. If you do, then TR probably went well. The only reason for you to do that strat in that case, well, it's slightly faster, but it also saves time in the cutscene.
Yeah.
In the refill cutscene.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very
It's
typical for the Zelda games that the refill actually matters quite a bit.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as in Zelda 1, where it feels like every heart takes half a second. But it's still 10 frames per heart, and like a full magic bar is a little bit over 2 seconds, so it can't really add up if you had a rough dungeon. So we don't actually save and quit out of here. We still need one crucial item. It's called the flippers. We were talking about it very early, so we're gonna quickly just flip our way over. Screen wrap, there's Zora's domain. It looks like it hasn't been cleaned in a while. I think there's some pollution going on. Should probably tell the king about this. We'll get to it. It's because the game still thinks we have the Death Mountain palette, so it doesn't know what to do here in Zora's domain.
Well, at least it does something.
Yeah.
There are tiles, they're just wrong.
Yeah,
Stars
exactly.
and water.
Yeah, I mean, considering what we put the game through, it's such a robust game, and it's really, really cool.
It's crazy how many ways there are to screw with a game, and the game just doesn't care.
Yeah.
It just has a backup way of doing something, and it does something, and we just exploit that as well.
Yeah,
But break it even more.
exactly.
It's really cool.
So here's the other time we actually lift a rock. Thank you very much. And this might be the other time where we just go into a dungeon normally. Yeah.
Think.
Menus. I'm used to having a flute.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, our ammo count's actually really good. We're gonna grab pretty much everything that's on the way here, because we still need a couple of bombs and arrows.
Mm-hmm.
Resource management, always a very interesting part of speedrunning. And
Speedrunning in general.
yeah. But with so many glitches going on, it's really hard to talk about literally everything that we're doing.
Yeah. But I remember starting out like speedrunning this game, not this category. I've never done it, but like speedrunning the NMG part and watching other people like speedrun the game and talk about it at the same time. It was amazing how much was actually optimized, especially with the resource management. Like you're always counting your arrows, you're counting your bombs, you're thinking about, do I spend a second and try to kill this enemy in case it drops an item which might be bombs or arrows?
Yeah.
It's involved, for sure.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about like price specs and all that. It's a bit
No,
less.
no, no,
it's a bit less relevant in here, but like there's a lot of stuff that goes on.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a glitch that's allowed in Rando and not in NMG, but yeah, in All Dungeons RMG, we actually get to abuse Diver Down and Icebreaker. Really cool glitches that allow us to save, like, combined quite a few seconds actually. Now we have a really cool boss fight coming up. Argus. Getting the 0 cycle on this is a lot of skill, a little bit of luck. So let's see if we can get lucky enough. Please. Okay.
Nice.
Okay, very lucky. Yeah, every movement that Argus does can be either long, short, or middle. And if you get too many short movements, then if you make a little bit of a mistake, you can't actually back it up anymore. And if you get 3 shorts, then you can't even get it in the first place.
Right. That is possible.
Yeah.
Alright, we clap.
Yep.
And now, after this cutscene, there will be glitches.
More glitches, yeah.
More glitches.
Yeah, so this is I need to get this, or we're not going to make estimate. I really thought I said this was going to be 1 hour 20. But if we...
Why did you say that out loud, dude?
I gotta set expectations. Like, the tension is real. It's very important.
It is real.
Yeah. Yeah, if we, like, soft lock, or hard lock, rather, get an infinite screen scroll, if we mess up the mirror wrap, then we need to do all of Swamp again. So, and we get to say Swamp so nice we do it twice. We're gonna make our way here, clip onto the ledge here, and then go to a specific spot, and then do another mirror wrap like we did in Turtle Run. Now we need to go to a specific height, and then kick our way out, and then we can get into Ice Palace without lifting the
Very
rock.
well done. We clap. We clap.
Oh, what's... Uh oh. What happened there? Okay, now we need to do this a little differently, because I need to save a bomb.
Yeah.
But that works out. I just like having a menu buffer to the cane, but it's fine.
We have multiple ranged weapons, and we need to be we need to be on cane anyway.
Okay. Yeah, it's just okay. We got there.
Ice break our way into ice.
Nice break.
Nice break.
Do a little stair clip here. And then we go to our last boss before GT. Actually, it went pretty fast at this point.
Very solid.
Please push the block, Link. Thank you very
Shoot the
much.
box.
Okay, we do need to pick up both paths because we got hit by the anti-fairy. That's okay. Alright, Link and you'll miss it. Very nice.
Clap.
Clap! Thank you.
It's a very satisfying quick kill to learn.
Yeah, a lot of the fights in this game, the longer it takes, the more dangerous it gets. So actually putting the time into learning all the quick kills is so important to getting more consistent.
Yeah. Like
Also-
especially Cold Stare, Vitreous,
Yeah. Mothula.
Mothula, for sure. I'm blind, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
The other ones aren't as sort of dangerous if you let them get out of hand, but those really get dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, so 2 dungeons left. Ganon's Tower, Aga Tower. But we're all set up for it. So normally, you would have this little cutscene that opens up GT, where Saha talks to you, and like, with the maidens combined, we can open this. I'm not sure if it's Saha or Zelda, actually. But,
I was gonna say, isn't it Zelda? I thought it was
maybe. Now I'm just kind of imagining Saha in like one of those Sailor Moon costumes, and I'm kind of...
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm kind of worried.
Yeah. Alright, we're in GT.
We're in GT, yeah.
And this dungeon will be performed normally, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the entry is different, but otherwise...
Yeah.
This is...
Other than the entrance.
Yeah, and specifically the rule state, because in RMG there's a glitch called Stairmaster that was allowed, but I think the rules for AD RMG specifically state that GT is supposed to be like done normally to kind of keep the spirit of the category intact.
And I really like why that would be a thing, like why we want to keep GT intact. Like it's such an execution heavy, just play the game normally, do it fast, and experience and like speed will just carry you. To have that at the end of a speed run is just so cool.
Yeah, I agree.
That's why I just love the GT split, like doing it, because it's so intense and so fun.
Yeah, it's like you've done all the glitches you can. Now it's time to just game out of your mind.
Game, right? Yeah. It's a shame it ends with a boss.
That doesn't really allow you to game out of your mind.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's just okay. Rage.
Yeah. So the first section of the dungeon is all getting to the big key, which of course we need to actually climb. And now we climb. I'm gonna do this room a little bit safer, just to keep some health for the rest of the dungeon. Because it's very easy to take incidental damage.
Instead of taking 3 archer damage, you take 1.
Yeah. Yeah, you also get 1, so it's actually health neutral.
Oh, right, because you actually pick up the pot and usually don't.
But yeah, Ganon's Tower basically is the culmination of everything you've learned throughout the game. Lots of kill rooms, like using all the different kinds of items that you have, little puzzles, reacting to a lot of different RNGs as well.
Oh yeah.
And most of that's coming up right here. We call this the Gauntlet. It's like 5 different kill rooms plus Lammo 2.
Which we're also not going to kill with the wooden arrows, though.
No. No, we don't even have the arrows for that. This time we don't even have that excuse, so...
Good point, good point.
No, there were some right there. I could have picked those up.
Nah.
Nah. Beautiful gauntlet.
Sick gauntlet. Yeah, that was beautiful.
Ugh. please come back. Thank you.
No.
So yeah, every boss from the live world comes back, just with an extra twist. So Armos was on ice, Lamo 2 had the extra shooter. Moldorm a little bit later will just have a different arena, but it's actually pretty tricky to fight Lamo or Moldorm properly. Which is why we're not gonna fight Moldorm.
I was like, wait, what? Oh, wow. Fine. Clearly, I'm supposed to say cheating, but I won't.
Yeah. Out of everything that we've done in the run, that's not the real cheating. Oh. Okay, well, would have liked to have that magic, but we'll be fine. Alright. Little bit of a clench. That was a very fast hover there.
That was a fast hover, yeah.
I had to.
It's not like you had any choice. So generally, when you're on top of GT, you want your full magic drop from a pot, but since you want to kill again, and then you need to fight the torches. But in this case, we actually have one dungeon left to do.
Yep.
After GT.
Exactly. Oh, what is this pattern? Maybe should have stood here.
Is that a double?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, this should be fine. Yeah, it wasn't double. Very nice.
It wasn't double. Clap.
Wait. And we despawn the bats, which costs the birds to spawn. Very nice.
That takes how much?
I think it's like 4 seconds.
4 seconds.
Nice gold.
Oh, hello. Second gold of the run.
Very nice. So yeah, we still have one dungeon left, but we spawned right there.
And we're in Castle Tower. So the reason we don't need the magic refill from the top of GT is that we get the magic and health refill after Aga 1. So
yeah.
we kill Aga 1 after Aga 2. But we don't get that after Aga 2. So in the normal energy speedrun, we do want the magic after GT.
Exactly. Yeah, so I will try to do a strat at the end, which is not optimal, but we have to do it for the fans.
We have to do it for the fans, yeah. Also, if chat wants to, they can guess the number of blue balls. Anything between 0 and 15, with 0 being the preferred end of that spectrum.
Yeah. Maybe not this run, though.
Okay, fair enough. I think 3 would be a good middle ground.
Yeah. 3 would be perfect, because that's also the average. Yeah. We're gonna try to grab the key.
Nice.
So this is not the optimal way to do it, but it kind of works out because we don't have enough magic, because I missed a fire rod shot in Ganon's tower. Oh, whoops. Excuse me, Archer. You were quick on the draw.
He was fast. He's been practicing.
Yeah.
He's been practicing on me just resetting Aga Tower over and over and over again in the practice hack.
Okay. Pretty decent. Pretty high. We can put that one on the fridge.
Yeah. So we have Eri has a channel in his Discord with where you post your Aga Hall of Fame And you just post screenshots on how high you get when you try to do that.
Yeah.
It's usually Eri getting to the torch and me not getting the spin speed.
It's because at some point she just anticipated too much. It's
Yep. It like the try hard part of me is just too prevalent at that point that I'm just nope, never getting it.
Yeah. You really want to min-max those pixels.
Yeah. So that was one, right?
Yep, one so far.
I have guessed 4, so if that guy could be a little mean.
Yeah, we can just get 3 in a row right now. That's acceptable. So it's kind of the duality of this category. Like, yes, you do have the big RNG at the end of the run, but it also means that at least you get to play the entire run before your run dies. There's 4.
You say that like in a 100% positive manner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You at least get
I'm
to
not sure
have fun
everyone
with the
would agree.
category.
Yeah.
I don't know, I like it.
Yeah.
Alright, 1 energy ball for Humbugh. No, sorry.
Aww. 5.
Okay, 5 it is. Did anyone say 5?
5. I don't think anyone guessed 5. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Was one 6. I guess we give it to angles.
Yeah.
We're guessing 6.
Alright, we take those.
We take those.
Thanks everybody for playing. So the last long cutscene before our final boss battle, we get to drop in again and with full health, full magic.
It can be done.
It can be done. And this is, yeah, it's Ganon is just a really, really good final boss fight in for video games.
It's excellent.
Try to get 3 slashes in, charge a spin, get 2 hits in with that, then 3 more or 5 more hits. And then on to phase 2. A mix of slashes and dashes on this RNG to get another 12 hits in. Take a bit of damage, but that's fine.
That's fine.
And then
Just got full health.
phase 3, it's 50-50 whether Ganon warps or not. Every warp is 2-second time loss. That's just how it goes. All the RNG is at the end. Nothing you can do about it. Only 2 warps then, very nice. Then we get a couple hits in before the torch goes out. And if you light the left torch before the right one goes out, then only the left one ever goes out. It's called Torch Glitch. It's a really nice way of making this fight a lot more bearable.
Yeah, it's super important. It's not that time costly to light both torches, but to have to do it and save magic would require you to menu to the lamp over and over, and that's not very fun.
Exactly.
Alright, GG, Eri.
And that
Nice
was A Link to the Past, all dungeons. Thanks everybody for hanging. It was a pleasure to be able to show off this category.
Now we clap.
Now you can clap for the final time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me, Nilsson. Thanks so much for joining me, Humbugh. It was a great time. I really wish glitch categories got more love because, I don't know, it's just... There is so much fun in it, and there's so much skill expression as well. So, yeah. Join the Link to the Past Discord if any of you would like to learn more about this. Community is great, really loves to help everybody. So many enthusiastic people, like even within like the No Logic community, like Melmo, Fox. There's so many people. Like, if I start naming names, then we're gonna forget someone important. But yeah, like checks exactly. See, like everybody's willing to help. So
many people.
It's a beautiful category.
Yeah, and if someone wants to like get into this from the rando side, there are tremendously like much glitched rando to be done as well. Like you have overworld glitches, you have RMG, you have no logic, you have like everything. So if you want to do that, there's that scene as well.
Also, Nissan said something about having to show this, so. Thanks so much. Hope you have a great rest of your marathon. Be sure to keep tuning in. Wilson put so much work into getting this together, so thank you so much.
Thank you, Nissan. See ya.
See everybody.